Boogie, how we doing today?
Good, good.
What's this sense of urgency like for you going into year, 3 or 4 now for you with the chance to potentially start? What's that sense of urgency like, and how's camp gone so far?
Yeah, I mean everything has a purpose, and I think the whole D line, the whole defense, whole team's trying to show that with every ND, every period, every one-on-one, whatever it is. Do it with 100% because how you practice is how you're gonna play. So you want to play your best, you got to practice your best. And camp's going well. A lot of young guys doing well, and a lot of guys just showing what they can do, stepping into new roles. So it's going well.
How have you seen Jordan Strawn come along since he's been back from the injury?
Yeah, I mean he has battled so much adversity. It's crazy. And every time he comes back, especially this time, it's just another attitude of get better and urgency. We just talked about the urgency. He everything he does, it's with a passion. He goes hard just because he knows, he's been through a lot. So now he has to show even more.
You just mentioned some younger guys you think are coming along well in camp. Dave, anyone in specific you've noticed?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel like the whole D line, we're all stepping up. We lost a big member with Zach last year. We just have a younger group, so the whole D line is showing up a lot. There's some new guys on the defense, obviously Judge, Jalen, Pup, a lot of young guys like that showing out that I love to see.
Alex, what has it been like working with Travian Robertson, and what does he give you guys in terms of just like a spark each day of practice?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I've said this, but he's done what I've wanted to do. He's a D lineman. He's been literally in not these seats exactly, but these South Carolina seats. He's been in the NFL seats. He knows the path. He knows what it takes. So he kind of brings that intensity to practice every day, and it helps us a lot just because he knows what he had to do and what others have to do to get there. So he tells us, he helps us with it, he shows us how, so it helps tremendously.
You mentioned having to replace Zach Pickens. What are some things you learned from him and want to kind of use in your game going forward?
Yeah, well, one thing just on the field with Zach was he was very intense with his movements. He was dominant, he was strong, he was powerful, he played big. And that's one of the things that I love watching Zach do and what he helped me out with, just playing bigger, quickness, intensity, speed, just that dominant kind of role that he had is what I would say.
Boogie, how much of reps and practice is split you and Tonka with the first team versus mixing and matching guys to get you accustomed to playing with other people?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the great things Coach T-Rob and Coach White have been doing is they've been mixing and matching a whole lot of guys, get everybody a bunch of reps, a whole lot of places, who can play with who can do what, who can play against ones, who can't. So we've all been getting a whole lot of reps at a lot of places.
Boogie, what have you learned in the last couple of years to kind of prepare you for this moment? Now you're going to be starting or playing a lot more. Just what have you learned the past couple of years?
Life happens, things happen, football happens, and it's not really about, how you get knocked down or what happens. Really just, how do you get back up? What do you do after that? That's kind of what makes the person who they are, the player who they are. How do they, react to adversity or sudden change? How do they come out after sudden change? If offense has a fumble, throws a pick, how does the defense come out? It's kind of that same way in life, Something bad happens, how do you react to that? And that's just to keep going, keep going, give it all your might.
Boogie, do you guys get any extra juice or hype, out of getting to play a guy like Drake May in the opener? Because it's, his name's kind of attached to the Heisman right now.
I wouldn't say extra juice or hype. I mean, it's definitely out there. He's a great quarterback. He has a lot of respect from the team nationally. He's a good player. But I think each week you got to kind of have to go into it with the same attitude. Give every opponent that respect and play your best.
But how do you feel like you can help impact this defense, whether it's in the interior or as a leader? Just what do you feel like your traits are that really help make this defense better?
Off the field, it'll just be my leadership roles, whether it's knowing the defense, helping the younger guys out, just giving advice, here, there, whatever they need. It's going on my 4th year, so I've been through a little bit of it. I know a good bit, so just, giving them what I've learned and know, helps out off the field. On the field, I would just say trying to be as dominant as I can on the inside. Playing 3-tech, nose guard, whatever it may be, just going fast, physical. I have a certain amount of experience, so I know the game. I've played it before, so just bringing that to every snap. Thank y'all.